welcome to this video tutorial on our grouping feature. Today we're going to go through this estimate that I have pre-built and group a couple of different things and show you the way that this feature can best be utilized. There's a lot of different ways you can do this, and you can do this in a substrate view, an area view, or even in invoicing and everything else as well. So we'll take you through today and take a look at a couple of things. So we've created this estimate today to go through, and one thing that we commonly see, especially in the painting world, is people separating out types of options. So whether that be, hey, we definitely want to do the walls and the ceilings and maybe the trim or something along those lines, but that's what we're going to try and first do today. So if we take a look at that, the first thing we're going to have to do is to separate out our trim. So our doors and frames and everything is we're going to have to head over to surface view. So if we want to click and go to our substrate view here, we're going to see now we have everything separated out by the surface or the substrate that we're doing. So walls and ceilings are definitely going to stay in, but our baseboards, our doors and frames, our door frames, and our windows are all going to become an option. So we're actually going to group these things first, and we're going to call this our interior trim. Now, there's a lot of different things you can do with this. So if you want to kind of edit this description, do what you want with it. Maybe you want to bold some stuff, italicize, underline, really mess around with however you want to do that. You can also edit the price if you'd like. If you want to edit specific things within the group, you can always come down here as well and edit the parts in the group. Now, once we add this group, you're going to see it comes up here, basically the way that the description showed. If we want to move this into our options section here, we're going to move this and make this an option. Now, as you can see, now this is totally separate from the rest of this, but I don't want to show it like this. I don't want them to see this in our substrate view. So instead, I'm going to head over to our area view. Now we're back to the way that our areas were built, but as you can see, we're now missing all of the stuff that we want as an option out of these rooms. And that's where our option is right down here, ready to go. So if you also have your setting turned on, it'll allow your customer to move your interior trim into your quote, automatically updating your totals here. That's awesome. Now, the other thing about this is the work order. How does this affect the work order? So if we go into our group here, you'll see that now our substrates are removed from our areas, but in our group, it is still a very detailed scope of work. So you don't need to worry about that, especially after we move this back into the quote. So if we move this back into the quote, move into the estimate, now if we go to our work order, you'll see it's all right back in, right with the rest of the area. So we do maintain a very detailed scope of work within our work order. Now, what if we don't want to show our interior trim? What if we want to show an area? Maybe our first floor is an option that we're kind of looking at, or maybe something a little bit different. Maybe it's just our master area. But if we do our first floor, for example, so let's just say that the master bedrooms, the master areas, as well as the hallway are all in one area. So we're going to group these areas together and make these our areas our first floor. Now, again, you have all the same abilities to edit, change your price if you'd like, or edit your individual groups. When we add that in, now you'll see that we've got that all separate as well, and we're free to move this around and place it where we want to show it. So there's so much stuff you can do with this grouping feature. It doesn't just stop on the estimate. You can do things in the invoice as well if you'd like, but really is something that allows you to make your estimates all super unique for you and your customer that you're talking to. So it really allows you to show that you understand their needs and show what they're looking for, while also still being able to build the quote in the easiest and most descriptive way possible. Anyways, we would love to hear what your favorite parts about the grouping feature are, so leave a comment below and we would love to chat with you about it.